Hey guys, I wanted to hop on for a quick video. I hope that your summer is going well. I can't believe it's July. I also wanted to show my houseplant that I got back in January. I'm so excited because of how many leaves are on my plant now. There's even a new sprout that kind of just grew probably over the course of a month. I went traveling for just a few days recently, and when I came back, I just feel like I never noticed this new leaf here. And back in January, when I first got this plant, there were maybe just a few sprouts, and the plant was about right here. I highly recommend a house plant for anyone of any size, especially if you live in a small apartment like mine and maybe you don't have room for pets or you're not allowed to have pets. But plants like these are so low maintenance. Oh, by the way, this is an anthurium, so it's perfect for indoors. I do leave my window cracked slightly open just so that it can get some air. I've watered my plant maybe about every other day or every couple days, and it's doing so well. I just added this adorable Toy Story T-Rex ring to my plant just to add something fun to it. I got this from a friend and I just thought it would be so cool to put in my plant. He's just kind of hanging out in there. But yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to share. But I also wanted to make this video because for the past about 6 months or so, I have completely done a deep clean and a decluttering of my apartment, and I wanted to talk about why I recommend it for anyone wherever you are. You could be in a big house or a small apartment like mine, or maybe you just have your own room in a house and you have roommates. But decluttering has changed my whole life for the better. The first reason that I recommend decluttering is because I just feel so much lighter overall. And even throughout my day, if I'm feeling stressed out about anything, it just feels so good knowing that I'm coming home to a tidy place that's clean and I know where everything is. I decided to declutter back in November or December, where I just came to a point where I was like, wow, I feel a little bit messy and maybe I just need to take some time to declutter. So for the past 6 months, I've just slowly been deep cleaning, dusting. I've donated quite a few boxes to Goodwill where I had clothes and bags I never used, books that I just held onto for years that I didn't even remember I still had. It's also fun just finding old items that you totally forgot about, like old pictures with memories, or even maybe journals where you wrote down little notes to yourself. And it was hard and it took some discipline, but I'm so glad that now I'm in the mid-year and I just feel overall more organized and just very light. The first thing I did to declutter was I literally just started in one place of my apartment. I just didn't know how I was gonna do it all, so I just took it piece by piece and literally cabinet by cabinet. So I just opened up one cabinet. Maybe I had old receipts or just papers that I didn't need, and I took out maybe 20 minutes a few times a week, and then on weekends I had a little more time, so I took an hour, 2 hours to just really dust everything and try to organize just one place at a time, because I feel like if we approach things all at once, it just feels so overwhelming that we just end up not doing it. And I think that's what stopped me from decluttering for so long, is because I would think about it as this huge mountain, and then I would just put it off because it felt like too much. And over time, I just made sure to stick to my word to myself, where I would be like, okay, I have some free time. Let me see what else I can declutter. And then as you keep going, you kind of build momentum and it becomes more easier because you've already started step by step. And so your decluttering kind of builds on each other. And I think I just, with donating to places like Goodwill or wherever you have a donation center near you, maybe it's a youth center or a after school program, or maybe at work you hear that they're collecting donation items. Those are great opportunities to just give stuff away that you don't want to throw away and that you know are in good condition, but maybe you don't use anymore. What else? And this is also another funny random one, but years ago I had this friend who wanted me to hang on to this huge surfboard. I'm really short. I'm about 5 feet tall, and my friend at the time, she is maybe 5'8", and I never got rid of this surfboard. But the moment that I decided that it was time to get rid of it, for some reason, I just felt literally a huge weight come off of my shoulders. It was sitting behind my futon for so many years, and it's so funny how we always have these ideas in the back of our mind that we'll do something and then years go by and you realize, oh my God, I just never got to it. And that was a huge thing for me to let go of. I hadn't spoken to this friend in over 5 years, but for some reason, up until earlier this year, I just held on to that board. And decluttering it's not just about feeling physically clean, but I feel like mentally it just releases so much weight off of your mind and your heart too. And when you finally come home, you just feel so nice being in a clean space, no matter how big or small it is, because your place is your space. That's your sanctuary where you come to at the end of the day. Or maybe you were out running all these errands and you just go to sit on that one chair you have, or your bed or mattress. I really learned how important it is to always try to make whatever space you have feel like your home, because it's the place that you yourself are in. And I say that because I used to be a very, very messy person. Decluttering taught me to be so much more organized. I was one of those people who had everything literally everywhere, on my coffee table, on my bed, in my bathroom, on my futon. But because I had this mentality of, oh, I know where it is, that was my method of organizing myself. And I finally came to this realization that if I really wanted to feel more in control, that I would have to start organizing myself. And even something as small as getting just one notebook or one binder with some cheap sheet protectors from Walmart, and putting all of your documents in one place. I don't mean to get personal, but maybe it could be mail that you're wanting to address, or important documents. It just feels so nice to have that one binder, or even just that one drawer or folder where you know exactly where it is when you need it. And then once I finally decluttered all of my junks, unwanted items, that's when I started to create a cleaning schedule. I feel so much more different than I did back in November and December when I first started. It's something I wish that I had done years ago, but I don't regret starting now. So that's why I wanted to make this video, is because I feel like decluttering can help you feel lighter. You can learn how to feel more organized and put together, and it's just making your own sacred space feel like a place that you enjoy coming home to, you enjoy being in. You can start very small, and you'd be so surprised at the items that you might find that you could even sell if they're still in great condition, but you don't use them. Oh, and of course, I didn't do this myself, but the best is when you just find random cash from when you put it away somewhere and you forgot about it. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for me, but I do have some extra change, like coins that I found. So yeah, I hope that everyone can grab a houseplant if you can. It's pretty affordable. I think that houseplants are also just a great way to just take care of something. It's so low maintenance, and you really start to see the changes in the plant just after a few months. I wish that I had a before and after photo of my plant, but I have some earlier shorts on my channel where I did show my plant. But anyway, yeah, I hope that everyone has a strong start to their weekend. See you next time.